the world looks back on European history and focuses on the insignificant things, such as the millions of lives reaped by the Black Death, or the brutal violence of the 100 Years' War. But neither of these can even hope to compare with the one and only tragedy of ancient history. The Papal Schism and the baby loony Captivity.
It's over, Philip. You should have thought about the consequences for your actions before you threatened my power. Your entire country will fall to their knees in agony once they realize they were placed under an interdict.
Yeah. But I have something that you don't have.
And what's that?
Okay, stand up. What? No. What are you doing?
Following the death of Pope Boniface VIII, King Philip IV of France ensured that a French pope would be elected through cruel, emotionally scarring threats to the council.
If you don't elect a French pope, I'm going to tell everybody what you did on Friday night.
And so, Clement V was elected as pope, and he moved the papacy to Avignon, a city in France.
I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to.
There it would remain for many years until Gregory XI made the decision to return.
I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Sadly, he had an untimely death.
Can I get up now?
Full dead.
Very sad.
Such a shame it is, but well, Gregory's dead, and I'd say it's about time to change. Otherwise, your brother's history won't be such a secret anymore.
And thus, the first Italian in years was elected to be pope. Unfortunately, however, Urban VI didn't play nice with others. Safe to say, his cardinals didn't like him very much, and were keen to rid themselves of the arrogant, obstinate man.
Yo, man, I can't believe this guy. This fool said I can accept Duke, duck heads, diamond, gold, studded, whatever, chacos. And then he said our lives are too lavish.
The nerve of him, bro, we gotta get rid of him immediately. Like, ASAP.
Yes.
Like, right now, I order, like, today.
Naturally, the council reconvened to choose a new pope, denouncing Urban's election on the grounds of being threatened by the Italian mob. And so, Clement VII rose. There.
You're excommunicated.
No, you are excommunicated.
So, their game of excommunication ping-pong continued, successfully splitting the Roman Catholic Church in half, with some supporting either side. Eventually, the council decided to mop up this tragic mess, but only succeeded in adding a third pope to the mix.
Okay, so, how are we gonna fix this?
How about we depose both of the popes and elect a third?
Yo, it was time about that genius.
Somebody once told me the papacy's a phony. I wasn't quite sure who to believe. Cause when there's 3 popes at a time, it can mess with your mind. It's a challenging thing to conceive. Well, Nobody knew who was the real pope. Loyalties were split and people lost hope. So new religious ideas spawned. For the church it was a new dawn. So much to do, so much to fix. Issues were highlighted by this glitch. They'd never know if they didn't have a schism. How funny is that? Hey now, you're the papacy. Get your game on, own up. Hey now, you're the Catholic Church. You gotta man up, don't suck. You used to have tons of power, but with this papal schism, it's gone down by the hour. You've lost money, cause people's dues are split. Your financial crisis leveled up a bit. People are scared to go to hell, cause that's where they'll go if they didn't choose well. Everyone's nervous, they don't know what to do. All they ever did was follow you. Their world's on fire if they're wrong. Just another addition to the hell pit throng. Hey now, you're the papacy. Get your game on, own up. Hey now, you're the Catholic Church. You gotta man up, don't suck. You used to have tons of power, but with this papal schism, it's gone down by the hour.
Go, go, go for the moon. Go for the moon. Go for the moon. Go for the moon.
Hey now, you're the papacy. Get your game on, own up. Hey now, you're the Catholic Church. You gotta man up, don't suck. You used to have tons of power, but with this papal schism, somebody once said, I wonder where you go when you're dead. Maybe there's a life after this. The church said, yep, what a concept. This could make some money for ourselves, and everybody needs a little faith. Well, nobody knew who was the real pope. Loyalties were split and people lost hope. So new religious ideas spawned. For the church it was a new dawn. So much to do, so much to fix. Issues were highlighted by this glitch. They'd never know if they didn't have a schism. How funny is that? Hey now, you're the papacy. Get your game on, own up. Hey now, you're the Catholic Church. You gotta man up, don't suck. You used to have tons of power. With this papal schism, it's gone down by the hour. You used to have tons of power, but with this papal schism, it's gone down by the hour.